Welcome to the Ville, Yankeeville. Welcome everyone back to the YouTube channel. If you're a return subscriber, thank you for coming back to the video. If you're new here after the video, if you like it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. But let's get into the video. Will Warren is legit. I know that there has been concerns over the past year or so, year and a half, of really what to expect from Will Warren. He's definitely had a lot of ups and downs. He's been privy to give up the big innings, a lot of home runs, a lot of hits, walking guys, really not being able to get the game under control once he hits a speed bump. But this year, Will Warren has been excellent. So let's really get into it. For 2026, he started 7 games so far. He's 4-0, 37 2/3 innings pitched, 46 strikeouts, 8 walks, 4 home runs with a 1.062 whip. Like I said, Will Warren has been excellent. He's gotten deeper into games. He's not giving up the big innings. He's just overall being very consistent. He's had multiple games over 10 strikeouts. So those are career highs for Will Warren. And overall, he's been a very big bright spot in the rotation. He's just been very good. And then as far as his advanced stats, which everything from his advanced stats have improved compared to the last 2 years. He's holding batters to a 224 batting average with a 605 OPS, a 30.3 strikeout percentage, 2.3 home run percent, and then a 5.3 walk percent with a 42.3 hard hit percentage and a 46.4 ground ball percentage. His ground ball percentage really does stand out as he is a sinker ball pitcher, and he does get those called strikeouts a lot because of the movement on that sinker. So overall, Will Warren has improved his advanced metrics, and he's keeping guys off base. He's walking less guys. He's giving up less home runs. He's allowing the batters to hit the ball less hard as compared to years past. And overall, he's been striking out a lot more guys. So Will Warren has definitely made the improvements at keeping guys off base and striking guys out. And then if they are making contact, it's into that sinker, and we're getting a lot of ground balls. So overall, Will Warren has been very solid, and the numbers speak. He's 4-0, and he has a 2.39 ERA. Obviously, last year, his ERA was in the mid-4s to the high 4s, so it's a very big improvement to see that he's giving up less runs, less base runners, and he's able to get deeper in games because he's not giving up those big innings. But like I said before, Will Warren is getting deeper into games, and he's not giving up the big innings as far as, allowing a lot of damage through the game. Because from years past, what would knock him out, he would have innings in the 4th or 5th inning where he just couldn't keep guys off. A walk to begin the inning, then followed up with a hit, then another hit. Next thing you know, the bases are loaded, and then next thing you know, there's a double in the gap and the bases are being cleared. And then 3 runs off of that just 1 inning, and then the next guy comes up, a solo shot, and then now you're down 4 runs. So Will Warren has really been a lot better in that regard. Yes, he has given up the occasional solo shot here, a double here, occasional walk, but he hasn't allowed it to compile like he did last year and when he initially came up 2 years ago. Will Warren has definitely been better in that regard, and the best starting pitchers in the league are able to bounce back and limit damage, and he's definitely done that this year, and the rotation has looked very good because of it. So let's get into Will Warren's baseball savant just to kind of compare his metrics of last year compared to this year. So when you look at 2026, his pitching run value is in the 77th percentile. That's pretty good. Fastball run value is 89th percentile. That includes that sinker in there that's really doing a lot of damage. Breaking run value and off-speed run value are a little below average. He's more of a sinker bowler, so he does throw that a little higher with the 4-seam. So he only has the sweeper and the changeup, but that's a little below average, so there definitely is an improvement there. Expected ERA, he's in the 67th percentile with a 3.51 ERA, so he is outperforming his expected ERA numbers by over a run, so that's very productive. Obviously, the expected ERA is lower than what he did last year, which he had a 4.44 ERA. So they projected him to improve on just allowing, less runs overall, and he's definitely done that by 2 runs compared to last year. So expected batting average is a little below average at a 249. Fastball velo, he averages about 94, 93.8. So he's not a guy that's gonna blow your socks off with his velo, but he is able to get it up to 96 or 97 at times. I've definitely seen him do that, you know, where he's later in the count and he really wants to get someone out with one of those fastballs. He's able to do that. Now, chase percentage, he's in 33rd percentile, which is actually pretty surprising because, like I said, he has been able to strike out a lot more guys, but granted, a lot of those are uncalled strikes, so there's not a chase. Whiff percentage, 30th percentile. K percentage is in the 84th percentile. Like I said, he's striking out a lot of guys and a lot of called third strikes. Walk percentage, 89th percentile, is very positive. He's in basically the 90th percentile in the league at 5.4%. The best pitchers don't walk guys, and the best pitchers are able to throw their pitches and get a lot of key outs. Barrel percentage, he's in the 70th percentile. Hard hit percentage, 32nd, which is actually pretty surprising. He is a sinker ball pitcher, so I guess there is a little bit more room as far as the hard hit percentage. Ground ball percentage, that is where it is coming in, 70th percentile. Like I said, that sinker does allow for a lot of ground balls, and the extension in the 71st percentile. So a lot of red. Will Warren has definitely shown some improvement, and his advanced numbers in the key spots are looking better than it was last year. Well, let's get into last year's. So for 2025, a lot of blue. Like I said, last year was an okay year. I mean, he was 9-8 on the year with a 4.44 ERA. He was a workhorse. He started 33 games and he took the ball every fifth day, and he was able to get a lot of innings out. So you couldn't really complain about that last year with obviously Garrett Cole out and at times Carlos Rodon out. So he was able to take that ball, and you knew exactly what you're going to get from him. You had to live with the good and the bad. But last year, the only real key metric that he excelled in was the fastball run value at the 95th percentile. So, and then also extension. But everything else was blue. So when you look at this year compared to last year, definitely a lot of improvement with Will Warren. Granted, it is only in a small sample size when only 7 games started, but Will Warren through 20 to 25% of his starts compared to last year is showing key improvements in a lot of different categories. So we'll definitely live with that, and Will Warren is going to be regarded as our 4th or 5th starter at best. So getting those key numbers out of a 4th or 5th starter at best, that's going to result to a lot of wins. Will Warren's role when Cole and Rodon inevitably return towards, whether that's in June or July when these guys are slated to come back, what is Will Warren's role going to be? I think overall it's going to be kind of tough for Will Warren. I don't know if they're going to keep him in the 5th slot, or he may ultimately go to the bullpen and transition more into maybe a Michael King role. It kind of depends on what they want to do, whether it's going to be him or Ryan Weathers. One of the two of them are going to be in the bullpen no matter what. Obviously, Luis Hill is already in AAA, so I don't know what they're going to do with Luis Hill. They may eventually trade him, but as far as one of the two with Will Warren and Ryan Weathers, one of them is going to go to the bullpen in a long relief role. So maybe Will Warren may start and stay in the rotation, but the verdict's definitely not out on that yet. And then overall, the Yankees are having a pitching surplus. It's a very big strength in the MLB when you're able to have a lot of good starting pitchers, and it spills over. If you have a lot of good starting pitchers, you're able to slot some of those guys into the bullpen and have off the strength of that bullpen, and the Yankees bullpen does kind of need it. As far as just the consistency, it hasn't been there with a lot of the bullpen guys, so slotting in a Will Warren or Ryan Weathers in there would definitely help the bullpen out by surplus. So the Yankees are dealing from a hand of strength compared to other teams, say for example the Houston Astros, who have no starting pitching and they are struggling immensely. The Yankees not so much. The Yankees are top of the league in all metrics as far as starting pitching, ERA, innings pitched, strikeouts. The Yankees are holding it down 1 through 5, and it's been very impressive so far to see the starting pitching kind of come out. As far as obviously Cole and Rodon are not even pitching, but you got guys like Will Warren who has been proven to improve, and he's legit. As far as how we're speaking right now with 7 starts in, you cannot complain about Will Warren. The man has been consistent. He's gotten outs. Like I said, he's had career highs in strikeouts, whether that's 10 strikeouts, 11 strikeouts. Will Warren has definitely shown improvement, and a lot of guys are really starting to wake up on some of the talent that Will Warren does have. But overall, very impressive with Will Warren. Now, what do you guys think down below? Are you impressed with Will Warren? How do you think he's going to slot once they come back? Obviously, Will Warren right now is our 4th, 5th guy. Maybe that will change when they come back, but Will Warren has definitely done his job. He's improved. The sinker's improved. He's striking a lot of guys out. He's able to get longer in the game, but you can't complain when you have guys that are improving on a year-to-year basis. But like I said, let me know down below. But thank you for watching the video. Welcome to the Ville, Yankeeville.